This, of course, came as a huge shock, and William and I have been doing everything we can to process and manage this privately for the sake of our young family. It has taken us time to explain everything to George, Charlotte and Louis in a way that's appropriate for them and to reassure them that I'm going to be okay. As I've said to them, I am well and getting stronger every day by focusing on the things that will help me heal.
Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, releasing that emotional video, sharing her cancer diagnosis with the world, joining us live from London with his reaction, royal expert Neil Sean. Neil, good morning to you. And I guess, I mean, we're all in shock about it. Just give me your thoughts on this.
Well, good morning, Rachel from London. Yes, I mean, when the princess said, it came as a huge shock, it came as a huge shock to the world. But what I think is absolutely brilliant and completely unrivaled about this is the fact that somebody of her stature, a member of the British monarchy, going on camera, and this is unprecedented, really, and revealing her most inner, medical issues. It's very inspirational to a lot of people out there, any man or woman who's going through the same thing. And I think that really should be applauded for her courageousness, if nothing else, The downside, of course, of the last week, as we know, have been the alleged medical data leaks or potential leaks and all that sort of stuff. And as we know, she recorded this on Wednesday in Windsor. And I mentioned this before, that, it was really undecided as to whether the video would finally emerge or not, But I think she's done the right thing, and I think applauded, it's very moving. Yeah. But I think it's a moment in history, Rachel, as well.
Yeah.
We'll all remember where we were when we saw that video.
No, I think you're right about that. The question that all of us has, this was obviously very effective. It quelled all the, conspiracy theories and all the, questions around why she was missing it. The question I have is, why didn't they do this sooner? At least a little bit to kind of put that out there. So, I mean, that's just whoever was in charge of the PR here just really dropped the ball. And I think it was really unfortunate. They did a disservice to the royal family, which, has been through so much. I mean, the death of the Queen, the King saying he has, cancer, announcing that, and now this, which brings me to William. I'm not the hugest William fan. I'm going to be really honest with you, Neil. There's a lot of things I don't like about him, politically speaking. But how much more can this guy take? I mean, he has his own mother. He lived with the idea of not having his own mother throughout his childhood, the fear that must bring to him, the sickness for his wife, and his own children. I mean, all of this happening at once. How's he holding up?
I have to say, Rachel, that, I do know William, not closely, but I've gone to a lot of functions when he's there. He's an incredibly strong-minded person. Catherine is very lucky to have this man by her side. They are a unit, very much together. And I would say that don't underestimate his strength, Here is a guy that literally has been still making public appearances, all the while in his head, he's got his father, His Majesty the King, the Queen Camilla, he's concerned about her because she's not been in the greatest of health. And let's not forget in this mix as well, the Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson. It's been a lot to take on.
Yes, she's
and
also
obviously
had
keep
cancer.
The show on the road, as they say. Yeah. It's a very difficult time. But I think a lot of people over here, really, as I mentioned, it's difficult, isn't it? Because this sort of diagnosis literally affects not just the person, but the scatter thing around those people, and they have to prop that person up. I think he's doing a terrific job, personally.
Can I ask you this really fast? I don't have very much time, but the idea of a slimmed-down monarchy, maybe not such a great idea now that we're seeing what's happening?
I'm glad you mentioned that, Rachel, because the brilliant Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, basically said on record that she didn't think this was a great idea. And she told His Majesty the King that you should always listen to your big sister, shouldn't you, really?
Oh, that's always good advice. And we always love having you. Thank you, Neil. We'll come back to you again with more updates. Thanks so much for joining us.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.